Hey, what's going on, guys? It's No Shoes, and we're back with another one. And today we're going to be reacting to Painkiller from Cannibal Ox. This is suggested by SP over on the Buy Me a Coffee. So thank you, SP, for the suggestion and the donation. If you guys want to support the channel, get access to extra content, the Discord, a bunch of fun stuff, check out the link tree in the description. It'll take you to the Buy Me a Coffee. You can get me your suggestions there and a bunch of other great things. But keep those suggestions coming in the comments down below as well. And without any further ado, let's get right into it. Let's see what Painkiller is all about, and let's see what Cannibal Ox got to say. Let's get it. Okay, I was not expecting like a bagpipes type track, but I'm here for it. I've played around with some bagpipes a little bit, not in real life, but with some samples. Let's see. Great kind of like lo-fi type of sound to this, and obviously these aren't like lo-fi beats that you can sleep and chill to. This is actual lo-fi where it's crackling. We have a low fidelity here, so we're getting some slight distortion that must be intentional. I would be curious to know. I'm not sure when this came out, how they made it. As far as YouTube says, it got put up here 7 years ago. Looks like 2013 is the actual date, however long ago, a little over 10 years ago now, 11 years or so. So it might be more of an aesthetic thing where they added in the crackle using certain effects, but it still fits that vibe, man. So let's keep it going.
Some nights we got so drunk, it's like we missed the feeling of a never-ending headache and a spinning ceiling. The sob story of an alcoholic on his hands and knees, praying to that porcelain toilet, whether behind bars or in front.
Low key sounds a lot like Nems. I think if I remember his name correctly, fuck your life, stupid. That guy sounds a little bit like him. I'm actually a fan of his voice, and the mix is quite odd. Like it's working, but his vocal is mixed down in within the instrumental. What's remained as the melody is sitting over top of his voice, and then especially coming after that like piercing bagpipey woodwind reedy type intro, his voice feels especially quiet coming after that, and especially much softer in a way. So let's see where this goes from here. Very interesting start.
Story of an alcoholic on his hands and knees, praying to that porcelain toilet, whether behind bars or in front of scars. We use medicine to numb the rap bar. I might tell you something that'll change your death. Pain kills the life, pleasure loves the breath. Ox acapella, I'll spit this in hell with elves hanging off my body and no ice cooler. Every rhyme I write a sip of life.
Yeah, really fun instrumental they got going on here. There's this atmospheric layer of like an organ pad where you can feel that like air, that like tonal rush of air kind of just maintaining as a drone kind of underneath everything. You more feel it really than hear it. The flow's nice. Like I said, or maybe I only thought this. You ever have thoughts that are like really loud and you think you said them, but you didn't? Either way, that like kind of old school new Unork, I've been there a couple of times, but the the bag apple, right? But let's keep this going. This is cool.
My body and no ice cooler. Every rhyme I write to symbolize my future wife breaking her water in a time without order. Chaos is born, a seance is spawned, and I resurrect like beams that resemble red dawns. I guess that's
Chaos is born to seances spawn. Great rhyme right there. Chaos and seance. I would have never really thought about putting those words together, but they're probably about as perfect as a rhyme for each other as you're gonna find.
order. Chaos is born, a seance is spawned, and I resurrect like beams that resemble red dawns. I guess that's why I was born, to recognize the beauty of a rose's thorn, and learn from the strife of a soul that's torn. To be forewarned is to be forearmed. So let that thought settle as we backpedal.
To be forewarned is to be forearmed. I like that bend there because I would take it to mean that, like, if you know what's coming, that means you'll be armed in preparation for it. You'll have the arms before it comes. You'll arm yourself up. That's a cool way to kind of twist just forearm, right?
That's torn. To be forewarned is to be forearmed. So let that thought settle as we backpedal through the 7 seas of info or crush your ego. Some of us pop pills and snort coke to Painkiller. Some of us rap drugs and bear witness that life's ill. But true happiness comes from within. You can't rely on a substance. Look at addiction, for instance. And in an instance, you wake up out of that requiem for a dream, but you still caught it in the rectum.
Interesting. That's cool. Requiem, then split Requiem of a Dream or Requiem for a Dream, whatever it's called. And then also rhyming that with rectum, matching the rec from both words, rhyming that first syllable more so than the last. Really cool way to come in. You know, I think if I had it my way, I would love to hear the vocal just pulled up a little bit further out of the instrumental and the instrumental pushed down just a little bit. But great work so far. I really like this. It's a cool track. The only other time I think I've ever heard Cannibal Ox is their track Iron Rose featuring MF Doom. So him mentioning a rose and a thorn there just brought that to mind. That'll probably be linked up in the top at some point here. But let's keep it going.
For a dream, but you still caught it in the rectum.
Right here, trapped in the box.
And there's like an intriguing kind of like dissonant nature to this track in some places, especially where the little bits of piano will come in. It feels like we got some intentional dissonance. There's another word I'm thinking of, but it's not coming to mind right now.
Right here, trapped in the box. Thinking, rap's all I got. Smoke too much pot. Bones with bones twisted in knots. Cold vein with thoughts bubbling hot.
Stoned in the bedroom.
Right in this poem off the phone. Caught a head rush. Smoke cloud in my dome. At the end of my ropes. Right in these notes. Open the flow. Above this bullshit. Pull splits. Blowing the ghost.
The sky's the limit.
Well, some interesting layering going on in there, especially some panning within those layers. We got that like walkie-talkie telephone, like really kind of like dried out type of voice. And then we're getting some layering of a less affected vocal. I definitely heard it coming in on the left side, maybe a little bit on the right too, here and there. But that works well, especially having those two different like sound profiles. That lower layer really is able to cut through and show itself.
Bullshit. Pull splits. Blowing the ghost.
The sky's the limit. Stay high with vision. Visualize the body righteous. Lord Cypher, the mind's wisdom. Help me through life's transitions. I'm in a tight position. Hungry as shit flipping. With no sex or wretch. Just stress. Got my chest a mess. Breathless and vexed. Trying to escape out of the depths of hell's nest. So I rest. Inhale the trauma to bless. And let the stress exhale through clouds assess. My mind foggy and body wet. Popping shoddy. Shot straight through the nostril. Cloudy with thoughts of ill-type menages. When pops
Awesome. Love this flow. great like run-on sentence type of flow to it, just pushing through those bar lines, Screw taking a breath, just keep on rolling through it. It's got that great persistence to it, a nice push to it, just keeping that energy moving at all costs.
Cloudy with thoughts of ill-type menages. When pops used to tell me it wasn't like this with drugs and sex. Up in my day, but poppy shit really changed. Yo, niggas is losing their mind, and I can't really blame them. I'm losing my brain in these times, and I'm angered with hangovers, ready to ride off a cliff with a Range Rover like I was fucking Thelma and Louise.
That's cool. Some storytelling going on here too. Driving off the cliff with Range Rover, giving us a little bit of imagery. I can't say I've quite caught on to exactly what this track is about, but as y'all already know, doing these first time, we don't always figure out everything. And while we're here, I really enjoy this artwork. These like strange mythical creatures. We got this like God knows. It's like a mountain lion, but with snakes coming out of its head and uh beats me, and these warriors who are holding like big stick weapons, or maybe they're like really weird guns, I don't know, and horned helmets and all that. This one kind of looks like Samus or like a Halo character on the left here though.
In they mind, and I can't really blame them. I'm losing my brain in these times, and I'm angered with hangovers, ready to ride off a cliff with a Range Rover like I was fucking Thelma and Louise. And if I had a trigger, I would squeeze, believe, blow my whole head off and bleed, trying to get that same feeling every day. Painkiller, killing.
Okay. And so the bagpipes finally come back in after dropping out all the way back right before the first verse. Great verses so far. Love the feel of it. Some nice wordplay, some nice references. Driving off the cliff. He also linked that to Thelma and Louise. Just wonderfully done. And honestly, I've gotten used to the mix as we listen to the track, and it really doesn't bother me. Like the vocal, it's clear, it's present. You can hear everything they're saying. It's not being drowned out. It's a nice balance. It's just different than what you typically find. Intriguing. Where could this be going? Okay. What's... What the hell is happening? That beeping was cool. The little bit of fuzz that accompanied it every time was nice. Definitely some fun synth work going on in here. Nice little like instrumental bridge, we'll call it. And we got like a minute of this track left. I can't imagine what they're gonna do with the rest of this. Maybe some samples playing around. Maybe like one last quick verse. We did get like a full beat switch. It seems like the beeping, really interesting choice. I've not heard anything quite like that. But let's see where it goes, man. Let's see where it goes. Whack. Very like dark, mysterious, atmospheric, cinematic. type of feel. And then you got the drums, and they almost just feel like gunshots.
I fear the wounds are fatal.
Fascinating. I feel the wounds are fatal. Really, really interesting choice there at the end. The weirdo in me loves it. But the person in me who's like, if I was just listening to this track and heard it for the first time, I'd probably turn it off when the beeping started or just like forward it to the next one. I can't really understand the purpose of that type of outro at this point, especially just how much of it was instrumental, but it did have a intriguing evolution to it. The sample at the end was nice to wrap up the track, but in context with the rest of the style of the instrumental, it just feels kind of like a misnomer. Maybe I'm just not hip to Cannibal Ox and maybe that's something they do all the time. But it sounded cool. Just what was the thinking behind it? Regardless, though, that was Painkiller. Thank you again to Espy for the suggestion. I truly appreciate all the support that we've been getting at the Buy Me a Coffee lately from new people and everybody that has been a member for quite some time. So thank you guys. Keep the suggestions coming over there. Check it out in the link tree in the description. If you want to send your suggestions in at the comments, do that as well. I'll be checking all of them. But much love to everybody in the No Shoes gang. Don't forget to hit like, hit subscribe, and hit that bell if you want to see more videos like this. And I will see you all next time.